everyone. It's been a little while since my last video, but today I want to talk about 3 things you can do to enjoy your pregnancy. Since my last video, I am now pregnant, 9 months pregnant. So I'm gonna try to keep up and breathe at the same time I talk. But anyways, 3 things that I've been doing that have helped me enjoy my pregnancy and have a better, just smoother pregnancy, and that it might help someone. And these are things that some things I did even before I was pregnant, and some things I will keep doing even after even after pregnancy. So it can actually help anyone, whether you're pregnant or not. These are 3 things you can do to enjoy your pregnancy or enjoy your life just better. The number 1 point is daily confessions. So daily confessions for me, it just keeps my mind right and at the right place. Proverbs 18:20-21, it says, "A man's stomach shall be satisfied from the fruit of his mouth. From the produce of his lips he shall be filled. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit." In Mark 11:23, it says, paraphrasing, that he will have whatever he says. So one thing I've been doing is every morning or at some point in the day, I have a list of confessions that I've gathered just from the Bible or from this book that has really helped me a lot during pregnancy. It's called Supernatural Childbirth. And so in the book there's daily confessions and prayers and scriptures. So me and my husband, sometimes just me, sometimes him, will read it out loud, and that just helps set the standard for what you're believing God for. If during the day something happens that looks different than what you're confessing over your body, over your baby, over what you're believing God the pregnancy to be, you can just rebuke it. You can take authority over it faster. Number 2, stay away from negativity. The reason why it's so important to stay away from negativity is because everything we watch, everything we hear, the people we hang out with, you're taking all of this information in, and a lot of it, it's not positive, it's negative. So then you'll start thinking, those thoughts. If someone tells you a bad story, if you watch a terrible show where someone has a terrible birthing experience or pregnancy experience, then you just start thinking like that's normal, or that could be me, or that could happen to me. And so you open your mind to these thoughts that can take root in your heart, and then that's how fear and anxiety starts to just begins to build up in your head and in your heart too. Proverbs 23:7, it says, "For as he thinks in his heart, so is he." So if you're always thinking during pregnancy, this could happen, that could happen, and just having just really bad negative thoughts, then you will probably have a negative pregnancy, or even some of those thoughts just might become a reality. And so we want to stay away from that. Okay, Philippians 4:8-9, it says, "Finally, brethren, whatever things are true, whatever things are noble, whatever things are just, whatever things are pure, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are of good report, if there is any virtue, and if there is anything praiseworthy, meditate on these things, the things which you learned and received and heard and saw in me. These do, and the God of peace will be with you." So as long as you meditate on all of these things, meditate on the word of God, the God of peace will be with you. And so I know pregnancy can be a crazy time, and it's just full of so much information and so many what ifs and everything that being anxious can be really easy. So these are things we need to do, and keep our mind on those things just for peace to be with us. And then number 3, surround yourself with encouraging people and be accountable. So what I've done is I have a group of friends that have had great pregnancies and have great babies, and so I'll just go to them, instead of maybe Googling first thing when something new happens or something like that. I'll just ask one of them, or ask them for their advice or anything, because I know they've already gone through the process and they had a very positive experience, and they will be encouraging. They're not going to be telling me all their horror stories and anything like that. And then be accountable. So just be accountable to someone means make sure someone is kind of watching over you. So like my husband, he will do the confessions with me. He will just kind of keep me on track when I'm not feeling so great, or when I'm like having crazy thoughts. He'll be like, have you done your confessions? And he'll do them with me, and just kind of keep me accountable to what we're believing God for, so I don't forget, what we're believing for. And so he'll help me in that area. Just keep me accountable and keep me keep me doing the confessions, and keep me reading the word and reading the scriptures and everything like that. So Proverbs 27:17, it says, as iron sharpens iron, so man sharpens the countenance of his friend. So if your spouse can't do it for any reason, or your partner, get a friend, get your mom, get a family member, but get someone that is believing the same thing with you, and that person, have them help you through the process. Tell them, listen, if I'm being cranky, if I'm being negative, if I'm just having a bad attitude, just please tell me, and just help me do this daily, do the confessions, and do everything I have to do, to stay right on my head. So it can be kind of tricky to stay right on your head when you're pregnant sometimes. This is why it's so important. So confess, do your daily confessions, confess what you're believing God for your pregnancy, what you're believing God for your birth, and that will help you just keep your mind right, know what you're believing God for, stay away from negativity. All the people that want to tell you horror stories, I'm sorry, my ears are closed, or all of those shows that have terrible just birthing experience, don't watch them, just turn the TV off or do something else, but make sure you stay away from any kind of negative thoughts that could come in your head by watching or being with people or hearing stuff. And then surround yourself with encouraging people and be accountable. So these are 3 things that have helped me have a really nice pregnancy, and I think it could help someone else out there, and not only during pregnancy but even after pregnancy or before. Some of these things I've already done before pregnancy, like daily confessions and stuff like that, but I definitely see the fruit of it in my pregnancy, so I hope this will help someone and just encourage someone that, pregnancy doesn't have to be horrible and terrible and everything that the world portrays it to be, but it can actually be enjoyable. We just have to put a little bit on our side, especially mentally and spiritually, and follow what the word says. And I believe you can have a great pregnancy too and enjoy it and be happy while doing it most of the time. If you're cranky one day, it's fine. Just make sure, you're not cranky all the time. You're not supposed to be cranky all the time when you're pregnant. So hope this helps you, and I'll see you on my next video.